Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Limo Guy TV Incorporated Studios here in Middletown, Delaware. My name is Scott Soucy, and I am President and CEO of Limo Guy TV Incorporated. And I'm here today to unveil the 2022 Real Pro Stock Power Rankings. But before we do that, I want to wish everyone a happy, healthy, safe, prosperous 2022. The pandemic has hit us hard, and boy, oh boy, I know I can't wait to return to a normal way of life, and I'm sure the same is for you. And now, through the power of Magic TV, let me take off my CEO hat and put on my Real Pro Stock gear. Can I do that? And in 3, 2, 1. How'd you like that? That's awesome, right? Make sure you go get your Real Pro Stock gear at the web address below, okay? We'll talk about the Real Pro Stock Kicker Fund in a little bit, okay? We'll give you an update on that. But make sure you go. Thank you to everyone that has purchased gear already. We really appreciate that. Little history on Real Pro Stock. So 4 years ago, we noticed the PDRA and Extreme Pro Stock was hurting for coverage and respect and car counts, right? So what did? We did our best to brainstorm ideas on how best to help the PDRA and also Extreme Pro Stock. So being solutions-oriented people, we realized that we had to create something that would draw in car count, get the respect to the PDRA that they deserved, and so we created realprostock.com, which quickly led to a half-hour, fully structured TV show, made-for-broadcast TV show called Real Pro Stock, and so Real Pro Stock was born. So please go to our YouTube page, The Limo Guy at Large, and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Inside of that YouTube channel, you'll notice there are 2 playlists with Season 1 and Season 2 of Real Pro Stock. And so now, in the off-season, when you need to binge watch some quality TV, go watch both seasons of Real Pro Stock and realize the progress that we made from Season 1 to Season 2. And when you're done watching that Season 2, Episode 10, make sure you notice the 2-camera shoot, and make sure you go follow Kyle Christ. He's one of the amazing shooters out there right now, and I'm really thankful to have a relationship with that guy. He's an amazing talent, and he made Season 2, Episode 10 what it was. And the feedback that I'm receiving about that episode is absolutely amazing. And I'll quote John DeFlorian, Scott, you did a great job on that episode. It was absolutely amazing. And so kudos to you, Kyle, for helping us out on that. And you know what? We wanted to show what the Real Pro Stock product could look like when we have enough money and we have the budget to get other additional cameras on location to help us shoot as many angles as we can. And then going into the pits with the interviews and just making it the best possible product that we can, so that potential sponsors will step up in the future and help us, and also help the racers and also help the PDRA. So it's all an effort to sweep up all 3 of those entities, right? The PDRA, Extreme Pro Stock competitors, and also, us here producing this show. And so when you embark on a mission like that, our mission is to make it to broadcast TV. That's the goal, okay? And so when you embark on a mission like that, you have to create a win-win-win environment, a win for the PDRA, a win for the drivers, and a win for us, okay? And so, like I told John last night on the phone, December 30th, I consider myself a failure if we're not on broadcast TV and getting the PDRA, the Real Pro Stock competitors at Extreme Pro Stock, and also my company, the recognition that they deserve. What I need to do right now before we go any further is thank my sponsors for all of their assistance and help. And so I would like to thank the annual June Jam. Visit www.junejam.com for all the information about June Jam and to see the 2022 lineup of bands for the 44th annual June Jam on June 11th, 2022. Thank you, Bob Hartley, for signing a 5-year deal with us. We really appreciate it. And we'll be doing video coverage, promo videos, and MC work as needed. And you know what? It's really great to have, us showing up for an extended period of time for the next 5 years. We're really blessed to have that opportunity. Dave Brown, Wilmington Savings Fund Society Mortgage, WSFS Mortgage. Visit David at thegreenvillegroup.com or on his phone, 302-229-3093, right now for your assistance with your Anywhere in the Nation mortgage. David can be found also at NMLS number 453175. So give David a call. He can assist. And thank you, David, for your support over the years. We really appreciate it. Dietary Directions Incorporated. That's my wife's company, and you can receive nutrition counseling assistance from those folks there. And full disclosure, I'm VP and business manager at that entity. I'm so proud of my wife. She's president and CEO, and she's had a phenomenal year in 2021. I'm so proud of you, babe. I love you. And also, MOT Roofing. Visit motroofing.com or reach them on Facebook for assistance with your roof anywhere in the northern Delaware area and greater MOT area. Edward and Lisa Poor are standing by, ready to assist you with your new roof or your roofing issue. They are the best. So give them a call if you need a roof. We really appreciate your support, Edward and Lisa Poor. Thank you so much. And as always, when you visit them or patronize them, make sure you let them know that the limo guy sent you, okay? Is this strategy working, right? So we started this to get the recognition, and we also wanted to pull in other drivers from other sanctioning bodies and get them over, because there were 3 sanctioning bodies at that time, right? And so now there are only 2, I think, and we hope that we continue to condense down into one and try and put all of our force behind that one effort, okay? And so the PDRA is our top priority. We will always be there for the PDRA the way they were there for us. And again, thank you, Judy and Tommy. And then we'll be there for the Extreme Pro Stock guys, because really they gave us the first shot, right? And so, we'll do our best to sell as many shirts as we can. To $5 a shirt, $5 a hat goes to the Real Pro Stock Kicker Fund. And that's going to come up very shortly here in our update for, what are the numbers, okay? And so, hey, are the drivers getting the recognition, and are they feeling the magnetic pull over to the PDRA to compete there versus compete elsewhere because of the coverage, right? And so let me give you the numbers, and this is really interesting. Number one, there are 21 drivers on the 2022 Power Rankings. Think about that. 21 drivers on the 2022 Real Pro Stock Power Rankings. That's awesome. That number alone is awesome. And I don't even know if that's the real number, because I was getting calls like late last night, hey, I'm coming out of the woodwork, and we just had to shut it down. At one point we were like, we got to shut this down or else we'll be waiting until March to disclose our power rankings. We just don't want to do that, right? We want to get it out to you guys as soon as possible. But let me tell you the numbers, okay? Let me give you the progress report. And I'm sorry I have to read it off the sheet, but I need to stay on script with this because it's so important, right? We're up over 500,000 views on YouTube. Wow. Thank you so much for doing that. It's crazy. We have over 1,550 subscriptions on YouTube. Over 1,550 subscribers on YouTube. Crazy. Over 3 person years of watch time logged to date. That's like a person sitting in front of a TV for 3 years watching our content. Huh. Wow, that's awesome. For 3 years. A reach that is strongly into the millions, over 2.4 million. Over 2.4 million. Wow. Someday we will be on national TV, and that's our goal. And again, I'm going to consider myself a failure until that happens for the PDRA, your teams, and my team. I am working tirelessly towards that goal. We have raised over $120 towards the Real Pro Stock Kicker Fund. And what does that mean? We've sold over 24 Real Pro Stock shirts and hats over the last couple of months since they become available through Classic Graphics, Scott Bathurst and Chris Bathurst. Thank you very much for your support. We really appreciate it. And so we'll continue to donate $5 per shirt sale or hat sale. Check the shirt out. I mean, I like it. You guys like it? Wish I had a svelte, young, model to model this stuff and show it off, chicks buy it and they cut it up, Let's see your interpretation of the Real Pro Stock, shirts and hats. But, we hope we sell 1 million shirts, and I'm giving $5 million to the finals, the PDRA purse, the PDRA finals this year, 2022. We have a whole season to sell these shirts and hats. Okay, I hope I sell 1 million shirts for Scott Bathurst and Chris Bathurst. What would that do to their bottom line? What would that do to my bottom line? It would help me out. It would give me an opportunity to hire more camera guys and pay Kyle Christ for his footage so that we can keep this, at a wonderful production level, okay? Multiple camera shoots, maybe a little more music. But I really think that we're sellable right now with this product. So season 2, episode 10 is a sellable product to broadcast TV, in my humble opinion. I mean, they've been asking me loosely off the record to do certain things, and we have done that. We've done everything that we've been asked to do. And so now we hope that all the investments that we've made will yield a nice return, not only for us, but for you, the racers, and the PDRA as well. So we're really, really excited about, what is happening with Real Pro Stock. So much so that we're expanding Boosted, which is dedicated to Pro Boost, Nitrous Alley, which is dedicated to Pro Nitrous, and 632 Outlaws, which is dedicated to Outlaw 632 at the PDRA. So we're really, really excited about, what is happening at the PDRA, and it seems with the car counts, people are as well, okay? Okay, so here we go. We're going to list the 21 drivers from 21 down to 1. And this is your 2022 Real Pro Stock Power Rankings put together by me and my staff and my family. We all are big fans of you guys, and we're talking about it. And let me tell you, there were text conversations yesterday. I talked to, 3 different crew guys, 2 or 3 different drivers, a chassis builder. Everybody was lobbying for, their position on the Real Pro Stock Power Rankings. And that's the first time that's happened. It was great feedback we got from the 2021 Real Pro Stock Power Rankings. So we're doing it again in 2022. And boy, oh boy, you're going to love the list, man. It's 21 drivers that we know of. I think there are more coming. So, wow. I mean, what class is growing, right? So I'm really happy about that, and it's really a wonderful thing to get that revenue stream into Judy and Tommy Franklin through entry fees, right? And hopefully we sell a lot of shirts, and we're giving you guys a huge check at the end of the year to carry you through the next silly season, because let me tell you, it's been a silly season. I'm telling you, it's been absolutely crazy. Okay, so here we go. And congratulations, JR Carr, for your number one 2022 Real Pro Stock Power Ranking. Congratulations. And let me just say, I know there will be an array of reactions to the 2022 Power Rankings, Real Pro Stock Power Rankings. We fully expect it. I'm telling you. And we welcome it. But we were receiving information and lobbying efforts up until this morning. I'm telling you, December 31st. So this list was heavily in flux and in discussion for the past couple of weeks and right up until this morning, okay? So it's 2:15 East Coast time, and here we are. We're finally getting this done, okay? So a couple of questions, right? Will Miles Reese make it to the lineup for 2022, right? Is this the final list? Will the unknown unknowns become apparent over the next couple of weeks and coming days and months? We can only hope for that, right? We can only hope that there are more drivers and more cars coming out of the woodwork than what's on this list. We would love to see it. And we want to know your feedback, right? So thanks for being on the list. And I know some of you are very, very disappointed with where you are on the power rankings, but we had to make decisions, and we had to look at your past performance and then see if actually it would line up or could line up with some of the great talent that's on that list. And I'm telling you, You saw with John DeFlorian with that 4 flat, man, there is some real pressure here on engine builders, chassis makers, and drivers to get into the 3s, man. It really is serious now. And I think, and I hope and I pray that this is the year. And it would be such an accomplishment for any of these guys to get it done. We thought we would have a female racer with Camry Caruso this year. And unfortunately, or fortunately for her, she's off at NHRA Pro Stock. And believe you me, she's real. And I hope to someday see her here at Real Pro Stock. So we're working tirelessly towards covering Real Pro Stock at the NHRA as well. But that is all a funding and scheduled deal. So the PDRA is the top priority. The NHRA falls in as number 2. And we'll do our best to cover the performers there at the NHRA and get ourselves there. We're so blessed and honored to have a relationship with, the NHRA media, and we're so thankful for that. And, some of the wonderful names that have supported us in the past. We're so thankful for you, and we have not forgotten you, and we really appreciate everything that you've done for us in getting us, down the road. And so, once again, let me say thank you to my sponsors in 2022, but also note, please send me an email if you want to join in on this journey. I mean, this is serious now. And, these gentlemen and ladies that are competing and pushing their teams forward here at the PDRA, this is absolutely serious stuff. And we hope that we can take a leapfrog action very soon, which is to broadcast TV. We hope that happens. And even though we are expanding our footprint and our reach and our influence here on YouTube, hey, that's such a wonderful thing for them, right? It's that intrinsic perceived value of national TV that really pushes sponsors over the edge to, get engaged with these drivers and to get their names on the sides of their cars, which they vitally need to keep their programs going. And some of them really need it, I'm telling you. And so, who else do I need to thank before we wrap this up and get out of here? I would like to say a special shout out to Brud, technical advisor to Real Pro Stock, Brud Beneke for 2021. Words cannot express how thankful I am for all that you do for Real Pro Stock and keeping me online and making Real Pro Stock such a great product. Sometimes I talk to Brud every day and, asking questions, bouncing ideas off of him, validating information that's coming through the rumor mill. The guy knows everybody, man. He's been here for forever. And the Pluchino camp is very, very patient with that relationship that I have with Brud. I'll walk right into the pit, walk by Johnny and walk by John to get to Brud to ask a question. And I know that's got to piss them off a little bit, but it is what it is, right, guys? I don't want to bother you guys too much because you're so focused. It's a 3-man team. I mean, it's John, Johnny, and Brud. They don't have all the bells and whistles, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a great thing, Very low budget team, so make sure you're out there. Potential sponsors, please get with Justin Kirk, get with Johnny Pluchino, get with all these guys that are the Reese family. All these guys are struggling and working so hard to compete at this level. It's great. It warms my heart, but I hope that the intrinsic value, the perceived value of Real Pro Stock is pushing you over the edge to make that commitment to them. And that's why we're doing this. Thank you for even considering it, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. In closing, our hearts bleed for the folks all across these great lands that have suffered through numerous natural disasters. We mourn your loss and pray for your families. To our immediate and extended racing family that have lost family members this year, we grieve and mourn your loss. We remember Clarence Hannon, a member of our PDRA media team, a wonderful man that loved our sport so much. He will be missed. Godspeed, Clarence. The media center will not be the same without you. And listen, everyone, one final wish to you and your families for a wonderful 2022. Happy New Year. May you just continue to attack your dreams until they become reality. Set the goals that are just out beyond your reach and go get them and make it happen. This is the greatest country on the planet, and don't ever forget it.